Good day everyone, and welcome to our Yin Yoga class, which will have a focus on a full body stretch without the use of props. So if you don't have any of the bolsters and blocks, then this is a good Yin beginner's practice for you to get into and to experience the long holding postures and the benefits of Yin Yoga. So we'll begin in meditation. So whenever you're ready, coming into your easy seat. So legs are crossed. The only prop that I encourage you to have is a rolled up blanket if you do have one nearby or can get hold of one. So this is very useful for if the hips are really tight, you can prop up the hips by sitting onto the blanket or a rolled up towel or whatever you have handy. So allowing the hands to drop down onto the knees, closing the eyes, taking a few moments here. Beginning to connect to your breath as you deeply inhale and exhale through the nose. Allowing a sense of calm to come over you, letting go of any thoughts that may have been flooding your mind throughout this day. Allowing your shoulders to drift away from the ears as you lengthen up from the base of the spine. Deeply connecting to your inhale or exhale. Becoming aware of sounds outside the room, just noticing them, allowing your awareness to drift from one sound to the other, without attaching, just noticing. Maybe you can hear a dog bark in the distance, or the song of a bird right outside the room. Allow yourself to observe. Now begin to notice any sounds within the room, directly around you. Drawing your awareness back to the sound of your breath as you inhale and exhale. Noticing a sense of calmness and stillness come over you as you reconnect and become anchored once more with the breath. Allowing yourself to gently nudge awareness once more to the breath, noticing any sensations within the body. And then when you're ready, gently coming back into the space by gently fluttering the eyes open. So we move straight into our first shape. You can keep your rolled up towel or blanket underneath the hips here. We're coming into a half butterfly. So we're going to extend the left leg out, keeping the right sole of the foot into the left inner thigh. We gently shift the torso so that it's in alignment with the extended leg, and begin to stretch forward into a forward fold, allowing the forehead to drop down. So for you, you may be feeling quite tight in the back and the hips. And you may be able to just come forward ever so slightly, go to your limit. Yin Yoga, again, is the practice of finding your edge, the principles being finding your edge, finding stillness, and then holding the posture. So we're going to hold most of our shapes today for 3 minutes. So if it's accessible to you, you can also lower the forearms down, drop the head, or just have one hand on either side. Palms can be down here, whatever you need. Looking for that edge of a 5. We're not pushing further than 5 because the postures can be quite intense. So letting go here for 3 minutes. Once you find yourself in the shape, just allowing yourself to let go and settle. Where can you soften? Where can you let go just that little more? Walking yourself through the shape, noticing sensations in the body, allowing yourself to soften just that little more. Fingers are soft, toes and ankles are soft. Moving into the last 30 seconds in the shape, allowing yourself to fully surrender. Continuously bringing your awareness to the breath, following your deep inhalation and exhalation. And gently begin to roll out, pressing fingertips into the ground as you reach yourself back up. We move straight into the other side, so right leg extends out. Left foot rests into the inner thigh. So once more, we begin to square the torso over the extended leg and begin to roll forward, allowing the chest to melt down over the leg. Once you're there, we begin timing for 3 minutes, allowing yourself to sink down. You can have hands on either side of the leg, or if it's accessible, drawing arms down to the ground. Wherever you feel you're at your edge of a 5. Mind is once more engaged fully with the breath as you deeply inhale and exhale, allowing that sense of stillness to come over you. The entire body is soft. Walking through the shape, just noticing where you're holding any residual tension, letting that go. Moving into the last 30 seconds here, allowing yourself to soften even that little more, maybe having found a little more range in the shape now. Gently pressing fingertips into the ground as you begin to walk back the hands towards the body. We're coming straight into the second posture of our Yin practice today, coming into a wide-legged child's pose. So, wide-legged child's pose, toes are touching, knees come to the edge of the mat. And then we begin to slide the hands forward and drop the forehead down onto the mat. So allowing yourself to fully settle the chest and the arms and the forehead all melting into the ground. We are here for 3 minutes. So really allow yourself to take benefit from this restorative posture. Noticing any thoughts that come up, not judging them, just noticing as though they're clouds floating by in the sky. Once you've noticed them, just nudging awareness back to the breath, deeply inhaling and exhaling. Once more working into the 3 principles of Yin Yoga, which is finding your edge, being still, and then holding the posture. Yin Yoga works into the connective tissues, ligaments, and fascial layer of the body. Yin Yoga works to restore the flow of chi or energy throughout the body. Breaths as we move into the last 30 seconds. Gently pressing palms into the mat as you roll back up. Coming into tabletop, let's take a couple of cat-cow as we transition and move over into the next posture. Dropping belly, gazing forward, taking an inhale, and as you exhale, roll up the spine, gaze towards the navel. Inhale, drop belly, gaze forward. Exhale, roll up the spine, gaze towards navel. Let's take two more. Inhale, drop belly. Exhale, gaze towards navel. And then gently come into neutral. We're going into thread the needle. So taking the right hand, shifting it underneath the left arm until you can extend no further, dropping the shoulder and the right cheek down into the ground. And from here, you can either just raise up onto the fingertips and remain as you are, or extend that left hand forward, rolling the shoulder open. We're here for 3 minutes. Allow yourself to settle into the posture. Taking a lovely stretch through the shoulders. Allowing yourself to focus on your deep breathing. Allow the body to feel soft. Once you've found the shape, surrendering into it. Moving into the last 30 seconds here. How can you let go just that little more? How can you surrender? Gently pressing into the left palm, drawing it back towards the cheek, pressing the hand into the mat, drawing yourself back up into tabletop. Let's get ready now to move to the other side. So left hand now threads underneath the body. Shoulder, left cheek coming down onto the ground, raising up the right hand. Once more, allowing yourself to settle here for 3 minutes. Walking through the shape, just noticing sensations in your body and how you can soften just a little more. Consciously connecting to the breath. Every time you feel the mind wander. Moving into the last 30 seconds here. Just surrender, just that little more. And as you exhale, gently drawing hand back towards the face. Inhale to raise yourself back up. Coming back into tabletop, allowing yourself to wag the hips from side to side. And then when you're ready, we're dropping down onto the belly and coming into Sphinx pose. So elbows are stacked underneath the shoulders. Hands are forward and extended. There's a reaching out through the chest or an opening of the chest as the buttocks and the legs relax, letting go. So closing the eyes, allowing yourself to fully surrender into the shape. Thighs pressed against the mat are heavy. Whole body surrenders into the mat. breath with every inhale, filling up the lungs. With every exhale, sinking a bit further into the shape, softening, surrendering. And every time working to that principle of finding your edge, being still, and then holding the posture without fidgeting, without moving. Beautiful deep inhalations and exhalations. Moving into the last few seconds here. Gently lower yourself back down onto the mat. We're going to move into our next posture, which is called the shoulder release. So I'm going to show you the left side first. So we're bringing the left arm out beside the body. You can have the arm bent in a cactus shape and then slightly raise the elbow so that it's above the shoulder, not in line with the shoulder but above. Keeping the left cheek down on the mat. We're gently going to roll over onto the left hip and the left shoulder, and then draw the knees up. Resting the hand beside the face, or you can sweep the hand behind you, tucking it under or around the waist. So taking a few breaths here, or settling here for the next few minutes. So this is a deep stretch into the left shoulder. So again, we're looking for a 5, so don't go past the 5. And just allow yourself to sink down, relaxing here. Relaxing into the shape. Softening the fingers, softening the toes, allowing the body to surrender into the shape. This posture is particularly useful for anyone who spends a long time hunched over a desk on a PC. It really helps for a slouching posture by opening up the shoulders and releasing any tension within that front portion of the shoulder socket. Once more checking into the shape, making sure that the body is soft. Moving into the last 30 seconds here. Gently bring that right hand back next to the cheek. Press palm into the mat. Press yourself up, or straighten the legs and gently roll back onto the belly. We're getting ready to go into the other side. So right hand comes out beside you now, hand in cactus. So shifting the elbow up slightly, we're rolling now on over to the right hip, drawing the knees up, settling the body down, and then left hand wraps around the back of the body to settle for 3 minutes. Breathe deeply into the belly as you surrender into the shape. Softening the entire body, allowing it to melt into the shape, allowing chest open up, just soaking up all the benefits of the practice. Moving into the last 30 seconds here. Gently unfolding the left arm, pressing the hand down into the mat next to the face, straightening out the legs and rolling back onto the belly. Let's bring both hands underneath the forehead, rocking from side to side, gently pressing the palms beneath the shoulders, rolling up. Take a stretch back into child's, and then we're coming down on the mat for reclined pigeon. So take a moment to settle yourself back onto the mat, bringing the right ankle onto the left knee, send the right knee away from the body, raise up the legs, thread the arms through, interlace the fingers either onto the back of the thigh or onto the shin, and draw the knee in towards the chest, finding a space which is comfortable for you. We're here for 3 minutes, letting go and surrendering into the shape. So again, you're looking for the edge of a 5. We're here for 3 minutes, so it's a long hold. Relax the feet. Relax into the shape. Just using the weight of gravity, the hands draw the knee in towards the chest, and then allow yourself to soften into the posture. Moving into the last 30 seconds. In your reclined pigeon, gently lower that left foot down into the mat. Stretch the legs and arms out. And then on the exhale, we're taking the right foot over the left, so crossing the shins and drawing the soles of the feet down and apart from one another. We're in reclined shoelace, so drawing the soles down, feet away from one another, shin crossing over calf, crossing over shin. Allow yourself to settle here for just a minute. Relax shoulders and allow spine to elongate and lengthen onto the mat. Gently release feet, send them down to the bottom of the mat. Draw the arms up overhead for a stretch. And then we go into the other side. So left ankle now comes onto right knee. Thread the hands through, interlace the fingers, either resting on the top of the shin or the back of the thigh, and allow the forehead to drop down once more. We are here for 3 minutes. Soften into the shape once more. Allow gravity to do its work. Once more, walking through the shape, seeing where you can soften just that little more. Any pockets of tension in the body that you can let go of. the last 30 seconds here in your reclining pigeon pose. Gently replacing the right foot onto the mat. Send the legs down to the bottom. Raise the hands up. Deep stretch. And gently draw the knees up once more. We're going to have left leg over right. Calf crossing over shin. Draw the feet down into reclined shoelace for 1 minute. Allow yourself to settle here. Lower the feet back down to the ground, send them down to the bottom of the mat, draw the hands up overhead for a big deep stretch. And as you exhale, we're coming into happy baby, so drawing the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling, grabbing hold of the big toe. If this is not accessible to you, you can hold onto the ankles, just working the knees in or out toward the edges of the body, drawing the knees down towards or in towards the armpits or down towards the ground. Settling here for a few minutes. Ensure that the chin is gently tucked in towards the chest. Allow yourself to find stillness in the posture. To soften through the body, surrendering into the shape. We move into the last few seconds. Allowing the feet to return back to the mat. Stretching the legs out, we're coming into Shavasana or corpse pose, allowing the feet to rest on the edge of your mat, just giving the hip flexors a little bit of a rub. And feeling quite tight. When you're ready, gently bringing the hands out beside you, allowing yourself to surrender for final relaxation. Allowing the entire body to feel heavy as you consciously let go and relax. Bringing away rise and fall of your chest with every inhale and exhale. With every exhale, allowing the body to become heavy, sinking deeper into the ground. Allowing the body to melt into the floor like a quilt, being laid over the ground. All of the bones feeling heavy, melting. Allowing the awareness to rest on the breath. Switching over to allow the breath to breathe you. Feeling an expansion and release through the brow point, between the eyebrows. Feeling as though the back of your head melting into the ground. Shoulder blades melting. Back heavy. Buttocks melting into the ground. When you are ready, you can gently bring your awareness back to the breath. Begin moving the toes, taking the tip of the thumb, drawing it across the tips of your fingers, allowing your head to roll over from one side to the other. Gently drawing your arms up overhead for a last deep stretch. Rolling over onto one side of the body, allowing yourself a last moment. I'm reading to you something today about gratitude. Gratitude turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos into order, confusion into clarity. It can turn a meal into a feast, a house into a home, a stranger into a friend. It turns problems into gifts, failures into successes, the unexpected into perfect timing, and mistakes into important events. It can turn existence into a real life, and disconnected situations into important, beneficial lessons. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace to today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. Bringing the hands back into prayer. Begin rubbing the palms, generating some warmth. Resting the hands back into your heart center. Connecting with yourself with deep gratitude for your body and your ability to move. Taking a deep inhale. As you exhale, bend the nose down towards the fingers. Once more, acknowledging yourself with gratitude for those around you. With a deep inhale, exhale, namaste.